Welcome back, friends. So today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at Echo Auto and see how it does in the Jeep. Let's take a look. All right, here it is. So let's just do a real fast unboxing here. You've probably seen this already if you're looking at these things. Not really a whole lot to them as far as I can see. So you have your little dash event, which we're actually going to try not to use because honestly, in the Jeep, I'm not sure I really like that thing sticking up. We're going to try something a little different here. Your little power adapter, the device itself, that's pretty small. Maybe it can go like there or something, I'm thinking. And you have some, you just have your wires here. Yeah, okay. Unboxing done. So before we install this Amazon device here, I wanted to show you something that I already currently have. So in my Jeep, you'll notice I have the factory radio, but down here, I also have an auxiliary port that goes into the back of the unit. And basically how it works, when you hit a switch, it switches the antenna input. It doesn't do anything funky with like radio stations or anything like that, and it works flawlessly. It works very well, that auxiliary input. It's just as good as a direct connection because it is a direct connection. But to make it even better, what I did is I went online and I got one of these guys. This is a Bluetooth adapter. And essentially what happens is it's got a power input just like the Alexa does. And then it broadcasts a Bluetooth signal, and you have a few control buttons here. You have like play, pause, or answer phone call, and then up here you have forward and back. But also has a little microphone in it, so your phone essentially gets Bluetooth to this whenever I start the vehicle, and then everything just happens over the radio seamlessly through my phone, which is fantastic for me. I like it. It works really well. I've had it for like 5 years and it still works, and I've moved it a few times. But the reason I wanted to try the Echo device here is because it has 8 microphones, and honestly, I know a lot of people have tests on this thing about like how well it functions when you're trying to play music and how well it can hear you, and that's all fine and great. And honestly, I'm not really interested in that because I know it's going to do that pretty well. However, what I am interested in, and I don't think anyone else has done, is I am more interested in the call quality. Is the call quality on this thing gonna equal or surpass this little thing I have here? I imagine it will because it's got 8 microphones, so hopefully it uses more than one microphone on a phone call. But I'm not really interested in how well it plays music or anything like that because I know it's gonna work. As long as it's got Bluetooth pass-through or Bluetooth connectivity, and it's newer version of Bluetooth than what I have here, so I know it's going to work pretty well. So anyway, with that out of the way, I think we're going to do phone calls at the end to test the call quality. Let's go ahead and install it and see what happens. I'm not going to use the air vent like I mentioned. I'm going to find a spot. I'm thinking maybe like this. I'm going to find a spot to stick this. That way it's out of the way and kind of better in hand's reach. I don't really want it sticking up like that or anything. I think that's going to be annoying. So let me find a spot. All right, what do you think about right there? Maybe this way, actually, since the cables come out of the bottom. And I actually have some right here. I have like wire management ties that I stuck down here for when I have cables running for cameras and stuff. So I'm thinking right there, and it doesn't seem to get in the way here. Still grab the volume. Maybe I'll slide it over a little bit like that. I think that will probably be good. The next question is, do you think this double-sided sticky tape will hold that right there? I'm not sure, but we're gonna try. What side's the light on? Because I know it has a light. And that could get, oh, it's right here. So if I put the light like that, it'll shine that way at night. Shouldn't be too bad. It'd be nice if I could stick it like this, but that's not gonna happen. So I think, yeah, I think like this is going to be the best option. So we're just going to take this and just go right over it. And this tape, I'm pretty sure is going to hold this thing down. It's the same tape that's holding this microphone on, and that microphone has been on there for a few years now. So I don't have any questions that this won't hold. Though if it doesn't hold, I will have questions. Okay. And by doing it this way, I can always move it if I don't like it. So, right there. Looks pretty good. Big enough for me to grab my fingers here. Shouldn't really get knocked by anything. Still put my keys and stuff out. Okay, that's good. Let's run these wires. And then I'm just gonna temporarily run these in these cable ties that I have over here. Kind of keep everything out of the way. It is nice that this comes with 2 ports. Though my other one, this is the other like adapter plug that my other Bluetooth device came with, and you can see it's got an output already, which was kind of nice on how they did that, so I didn't waste one. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Those are really thick. But we will just do it like this for now. At least that'll keep that out of the way for testing purposes. And this is that auxiliary input jack I was talking about, so we'll just unplug that and plug this in. And that's all I'll have to do. Okay, so this is temporarily all hooked up, plugged into power and everything. So let's turn the Jeep on and see what happens. I have to configure it to my phone, and then what we'll do is we'll do some call tests. All right, now that we're all swapped over, we're gonna do a phone call and test these 2 devices. Now the person I'm calling doesn't know which device I'm calling from. They just know I'm gonna do 2 phone calls for testing purposes to see which call sounds better. So we're gonna start with the Amazon device, and they're just gonna say if I sound good or not. Then we're gonna call with my older device, and they'll tell me which one sounds better. So calling from the Amazon device.
Hello?
Hey, so how does this phone call sound? Can you hear me pretty well?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, let me call you back in just a second here.
Okay, bye.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, we're all connected to this guy right here now, this device. And so let's make a phone call to the same person and see what happens.
Hello?
Hey, so how does this phone call sound?
It's not as good. This one is not very clear. The first one is definitely better.
You could hear the first one way better?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. Well, now I know
this isn't bad, but it just isn't as good as the first one.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So you prefer the other one better?
Correct.
Okay. I can hear you better on the other one too.
Okay, well then it's unanimous.
Yep. Okay, perfect. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay, now that we know which one sounds better, I think it's only fitting that we come in here and clean all this up. Now, this device that I have, I'm going to try to keep it. It actually works pretty well still, so I might use it for a different car. But I kind of ran all the wiring behind this panel here. So we're going to have to try to figure out how to get all that out of there. Get my finger over here. There we go. That's all I needed to do. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's all popped back up on there. Now I can go about getting this back up in there. Now, how are we going to make this clean? There we go. That's actually really clean. I like that. I'll buy some more of these cable ties and put them in a few spots to help keep this more clean. I just don't have any more right now, but I like that. One thing that could benefit is if you got a short version of this so it's stuck in farther, then this would be a little bit more clean, not jet out as far. But I like it. It works well. All right, so there you go. There is the difference in call quality between the 2 devices. Clearly the Amazon is the winner here, and it should be with 8 microphones, to be honest. The other device I have is 5 years old. It has one little microphone. So honestly, I kind of figured that the Amazon should win. Didn't know for sure, but I'm glad that it won. It'd be really bad if it didn't win with all those microphones baked into it. However, in calling the person back, they also told me that they really prefer me calling on the first device versus the second. They said the second device I sounded like I was far away, and it was just hard for them to make out some of the words I was using. And we're not even driving down the road yet, so clearly the Amazon is the winner, as it should be. The other thing I noticed is actually the quality of the sound coming through the speakers on my end was clearer through the Amazon device than it was through the other one. And that just might be preamps or just electronics within the device itself, or it could be the Bluetooth connection. I imagine that the Amazon has a newer Bluetooth protocol than the other device that I have, being so many years old. So that's probably a big thing too. Anyway, so for me, so far, the Amazon device works. I mean, it's not going to be the most amazing thing as far as like controlling music and stuff because you don't have those dedicated buttons. However, honestly, I care more about being able to make a phone call than controlling my entire car through Amazon. And so for me, I think this is going to work. And if it doesn't, we'll do an update video and tell you what I think about it in probably 6 months or so. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.